take 300. Hopefully this shit's in focus this time. Hi everyone, welcome to this week, or this whenever the hell these come out, episode of the Thought Police podcast. So just wanted to kick this off with a few things. So first of all, Zach's kind of a buffoon, and he likes to record with his windows open, so there's a lot of dog barking noises throughout the entire recording, so if you don't like that kind of thing, sorry, I tried my best to get rid of it, but I couldn't. Trust me, I was just as bothered by it as you are. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I still hear the sound of that damn dog barking. It's right up there, it's stuck up there. Also, our guest this week, Ethan, recorded on Apple voice memos, so you might notice like some echoing of me and Zach's voice in the recording. I tried to get rid of most of it. I think it's mostly gone, but you might notice it here and there. It's kind of annoying, sorry about that. Also, if you are sick of hearing us talk about Game of Thrones, God knows I am, there's a section for about 3 minutes later in the podcast from 27 minutes and 40 seconds to 30 minutes and 45 seconds where we talk about Game of Thrones a whole lot again, because Ethan wanted to discuss it. So if you don't want spoilers or you're sick of hearing us talk about it, skip that section. I'll put it in the description so you remember where it's at. And one final thing, you probably noticed that the logos for what the fuck am I trying to say? The channel art, including the logo and the little character portraits, have all been updated and they look a lot nicer now. That old stuff was kind of just something I threw together at the end of college, and I wanted to fix that up. So that should be a lot nicer looking. Hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Thought Police!
So, I made a huge mistake because we started the call and I had to pee really bad. But
well, can I finish my story? All I was saying was, and then she told me, no child support, no problem, and then that's how.
Oh man!
Oh wait, she told you that, and then you were born.
And then you were born after that.
I don't know why she told me that, and like after I was born. Like I feel like that's kind of like a pre-born thing. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. By the way, this week we got our buddy Ethan, who we were good friends, and now we're mortal enemies.
The incident, yes, the incident of.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We were running out of guests, so we were like, hey, let's get Ethan on here. He just we were like, who do we get on here? And then we'll just like, I guess we'll just fucking call you.
I'm everybody's plan like D, so this is how low we've stooped to, and now we're here.
I'm used to being Plan D. Also, it's all right. Plan D would be. What if Plan D was like the failed? It was like the first choice for the birth control company. It's like, what should we? It's like Plan D is like what? No, we need some catchier. B. It's like. That was the dumbest thing I've ever said. I'm sorry.
When I was in college, there was this this like child planning services. It was an abortion clinic, but it was called child planning services or something like that. And there was a dumpster right outside of it, like right in the front. We were just like, oh my, this is an unfortunate setup they got going here.
They couldn't have thought that one through any better. They had to throw the dumpster in the middle. But all right, Ethan, I'm going to break the ice really quick because it's been a while since you've spoken, so I kind of forgot how to talk to you. So
I forgot how to talk. I hate to break it to you, but I hate you.
Yeah, if you wouldn't want to be eaten by one animal, what would it be?
If I would not want to be eaten by one animal,
Exactly. Ah! Oh god.
What was that?
That was me. That was me accidentally opening my collapsible bow staff.
I am going to go with a python, a snake, because I don't like the whole constricting thing, and then just like slowly being consumed sounds absolutely terrifying.
I guess that's a good answer.
My answer would be a chimpanzee.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about animals that don't typically eat people.
That's nobody thinks
Yeah.
about
Okay.
that. So I was thinking my answer remains the same since I was first asked this question, and it's a pelican. I do not want to be
Oh god,
do
that
not
would
want to be swallowed by a
horrifying.
pelican. Just doing that fucking like swallow they do. Like I'm not about that.
You're not about that life.
Not
Okay.
about that life.
What was it, that Indiana Jones movie where the guy got eaten by just a bunch of ants?
That
That would be bad
Oh
too.
yeah, ants would be terrible too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Yeah.
They just swarm on you.
I feel like it'd be over quick though. That's just my.
Probably like they say, the worst ways to die and all that, like being burned to death actually, like by like a fire or something, actually isn't as bad as it seems, because you like lose the ability to feel after like 30 seconds or something, or like a minute.
Did you guys hear about that kid who got stung by 400 bees, but he survived because he pretended to power up like he was in Dragon Ball Z, and all the excess adrenaline made it so that he survived the bee stings?
It's a power move.
That is a power move. Is that a thing? Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a real
That-
thing,
That was
apparently.
like the big. He just like powered up like ha ha. He just like,
Yeah, he literally,
And
and then there was like a news article or something on it on the news, and like the lady who was reporting the story was like, and he pretended to role play his favorite superhero from the hit show Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ballsy. I'm glad you said that. You cut out for a split moment, but you're back in now.
Yeah, you did.
That was horrifying.
It was suspenseful.
I was gonna be like, whoa, what do we do?
Bees actually are terrifying. Like, I mean, there have been instances where like hornets have killed horses before. Like, I know there was this one person, they had lived on like a farm or like a ranch or something, and all of a sudden these hornets just went ballistic and just slaughtered their horses.
Ooh.
And they had to like sprint inside just to save their lives. Or I think somebody went in a pool. I remember reading it and I was like, man, that seems like a movie thing.
You know,
horse would be
if we didn't need bees, I would exterminate them all.
every last one of them, not just the ones you found. You'd go on a spirit quest to find all these bees. And
Jeremy, you must be unaware of the bee crisis around the world, where bees are going extinct at an alarming rate.
Well, you know what's... Oh, it is me. No, but you know what? Like, it's funny to me that every time there's like a Save the Bees campaign, they always draw this like cute little bumblebee, and it's like, that's not the bees they're talking about. These things are horrifying.
Well, bumblebees are fine. Like, oh yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, well, the bees that they're talking about wanting to save aren't the bees that go out and attack you. You're thinking of I think wasps.
Honeybees.
Or honeybees are cool. Wasps are the ones.
They're the ones
the
that
assholes.
save.
Hornets are like the.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Hornets are
wasps
the
bad
assholes if you
ones.
like. I think if you like encroach on them or something like that. But I'd read that like wasps are like the ones that will just like sting you for no reason at all. Like you could be like
And they don't die after they sting you. They can just keep on. It's like a sword.
Oh.
You can just keep on keeping on.
I did not know that. I didn't know that part.
I learn all
Sounds
about
sweet.
different bees nowadays. This is great.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is basically.
Because there's
We're
some bees
learning on
that
the
they
podcast.
sting you and it's like a suicide mission. You know, like they're dead after they sting you. That's it. But I don't think wasps are that way.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I know that in the bee movie, when I watched that, there was a bee that stung a guy and like had to tear his stinger up. He was like in crutches after. So I don't know if they die or they just like are like mortally useless afterwards.
You like jazz?
Or like jazz.
Yeah, that's a line from the Bee movie.
Oh, is it really?
Clearly, you didn't see it.
Yeah.
I saw it once in like 2008, and then I think I fell asleep actually because it was bad. I also never watched Seinfeld when I was a kid, so I wasn't able to be like, oh, it's Jerry Seinfeld saying all these bee noises, bee lines,
I wish the whole movie was in bee noises.
just in native bee languages. But it still has to be Jerry. It still has to be Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah,
he has to make those noises.
It's just Jerry Seinfeld making a bunch of bee noises.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably be better than what I got. The movie was just so bad. That was probably was that a Pixar movie?
I think.
Oh no, it was DreamWorks. It was
I
DreamWorks.
can't remember.
That was DreamWorks. Okay.
Yeah, that was gonna say.
I expected more from DreamWorks.
I didn't really. I feel like DreamWorks. I don't know. DreamWorks also made Over the Hedge. Jeremy, have you seen Over the Hedge?
Actually, maybe. If I did, it's very forgettable.
Yeah, it had an all-star cast. It had like Bruce Willis. I think it had Vin Diesel. It had
Wow.
it had Steve Carell, who played the squirrel, and it was it should have been good, but it wasn't. I didn't like it. That was, remember the movie Open Season with Ashton Kutcher and Martin Lawrence, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was around that
that
same time. There was just like that kind of era of DreamWorks movie where it was like getting an all-star cast was like the thing. I don't know why that's not a thing anymore. I feel like that, like, well, I don't know, I guess it is. Like,
It's
Was
sort of
Back at the Barnyard DreamWorks?
oh, that movie. Oh, I forgot. I love that movie. The show was hilarious
I
too.
on that one.
Um,
Yeah, the show. I remember the show more than the movie.
yeah, that's because the show was way more popular. But I don't think
The
it was,
character models in that movie, like, they creep me out a lot.
Oh, the
though.
cow especially.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But the memes,
I thought the movie was good.
the memes from it are
It was
great.
good. I liked what, like, you would say, like, oh, milk me. I like that. When I was a kid, I didn't get that, but now I'm an adult and I understand what they were talking about. So, and it's also got one of my favorite lines from any cartoon ever, which is "I diagnose you with dead." That's like that's a meme, like with like the pig like in a doctor outfit. That show was great. I love that show. It was I don't know about you guys. I big heart that show. I used to watch it all the damn time.
That's a good show. That was a good show. Remember the Penguins of Madagascar show?
Yeah,
as well?
that was good. And that was
a good one as well.
I didn't see Madagascar 3 ever. Did you guys ever see that movie?
No.
If I did,
I
it
don't
was.
think I saw
don't remember.
2 either.
You didn't see 2? 2 was pretty good. It wasn't as good as 1.
One was obviously the best one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Wait, did DreamWorks make Cars? Because I hate Cars.
You hate Cars?
I
No,
thought
that's
Cars was Pixar. That was Pixar. You don't like Cars?
Cars is good.
I hate Cars.
Steve McQueen, Lightning McQueen.
Steve McQueen.
Where did I
So
even
you
get
didn't even know
that?
the name of the character. How much did you like the
Steve
movie?
It's true.
That's like,
Where did I even conceptualize this name being Steve?
let's see, I'm trying to...
I'm just like, yeah, that's a Steve.
Yeah, it's Steve
I
McQueen.
don't think any other characters are named Steve. Like, I can only think of, there's Tex is the bad guy. He's like the green car, right? There's the Hudson.
There's the hillbilly
There's
cars.
Doc.
I hate. That's what I hate about the movie. Is I hate Mater. He's not funny.
Yes, he is.
Larry the Cable Guy is not funny.
He's kind of funny. He's kind of funny if you're...
There's nothing funny about
if you're
him.
either drunk or 11 years old. He's really funny. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One or the other.
who's your favorite comedian? Ethan, do you have one?
Oh man, I don't know. I like Conan. I like watching the Conan's shows a lot, but I don't know about like. No, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to answer that question. What's yours?
My favorite comedian is John Mulaney. He's mine. I'm not sure if you. He's got like 3 specials on Netflix, and you need to check it out. That's your homework for tonight. You gotta.
That's my homework.
Gotta watch one of
He is
one of the
pretty
3
funny.
John Mulaney specials on Netflix. Like
One of the 3. Okay.
he's like a pretty big name too. Like he was a writer for SNL, for some years, and then he plays some recurring characters in that show on SNL. God, I miss SNL.
You know who you forgot about, Zach?
Who?
Eric Andre.
I never really watched his stand-up comedy.
I haven't watched his stand-up, but he's my favorite comedian just because he's Eric Andre.
I guess a comedian doesn't have to be a stand-up comedian. I guess like it's like can just be like a funny, like a silly, funny man. That's
Hannibal Buress has pretty good stand-up. I've watched his.
I like doing the thing
His is
to my
very
friends where I'll do what Hannibal Buress does, where he'll be like, "Hey Eric, look at me," and he just looks at me, he's like, "Bitch." I love doing that. Have you ever watched the Eric Andre show, Ethan?
No.
You haven't?
Where's it?
Oh my god, it's so good.
I haven't been watching a lot of comedy lately. It's all been dramas for me.
Dramas? Oh yeah, that was
Dramas?
You were always about the dramas way back when.
I guess I was. Oh, I'm so dramatic. I know.
Okay, so my favorite drama. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm gonna dive into your mind. I'm gonna say your favorite. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Your favorite drama is West Wing.
I liked West Wing back in the day. Yeah, it was my favorite.
Oh, okay. Actually, no, I know it's Psych. No, Bones.
Nope, never watched Bones.
Fuck. Jeremy, help me out. What's his favorite?
Bones is pretty
What's his
good.
favorite one?
I don't know, like House or something.
Nope, never watched. It wasn't the that wasn't the medical ones for me. I don't know. So I liked Mr. Robot a lot, or I guess still like it. I guess it's still on. Game of Thrones disappointed me.
Yeah.
Although it was great back in the day.
Yeah.
We have a podcast episode about that. If you
I
wanna
saw
listen to
that. I saw that. Yeah. I've been listening to your podcast. Actually.
Oh shit. Are you one of our?
Subscribe to it.
Oh my god, you're one of our 11 subscribers. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I gave you a
Hell
subscribe.
yeah.
Oh, sick, dude.
Now we're up to 50.
Dude,
We gotta make our thank you video. We gotta plan that out.
guys, thank you so much. 15. That's mission number 1 when I'm back home, Jeremy. Just thank you guys so much for 15 subscribers. we didn't think we were gonna get 5, and now looking at this number, saying like, wow, 15. Like 15 people listen to 3 minutes.
Fill a small room with that.
15 people listen to 3 minutes of this podcast, and then they get bored and click away. That's, guys,
Everybody-
more funny content on the way. Yeah, okay, we'll make our thank you video for our 15 subscribers.
Dude, I'm actually down to do that.
Yeah, of course.
You have to
It's
like
kind of funny.
at the end of every episode, though. I'm hoping you say something like, "Oh, I hope you smash that like button.
Oh,
Everybody like,
yeah.
subscribe,
Oh,
comment."
we've definitely done that.
Yeah, that is,
of course.
That is.
We've done the whole fake ad reads and stuff too.
Oh yeah. Speaking of ads, Jeremy, do you ever get tired about? No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna do a honey ad because I don't know why I don't have honey. I've always thought about like getting honey, but I never do. Like I never.
We've already talked about this before, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Ethan, if you don't know what honey is basically it's like the advertised nonsense that like
It's basically free money.
Yeah, according to Honey. But basically, every podcast, like around YouTube, does an ad read for Honey, which is a browser extension which finds coupons. I feel like I'm actually giving an ad read for Honey right now, like explaining what Honey is.
Is this legal? Is there like ramifications?
No,
as for us to not be able to do this.
ramifications with it. I'm just talking about Honey. I'm explaining what something is. It's not.
The only way this would be ramifications is if you're making money off of this. And you're
Oh yeah,
So
which we are most certainly not making money off this.
Well, if Honey wants to sponsor me, then I'm not going to say no.
Oh yeah,
Jeremy is ready for a sponsorship by Honey.
Yeah, Honey.
I don't use Honey, but I'll take a sponsorship.
That's not what you're supposed to say after.
I mean, sorry. I mean, I always use Honey every day. I put it on my toast.
I think the big 3. You put honey in your toast?
No.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, what the fuck? That actually might be pretty good, but also kind of gross.
I've done that. That's
Oh, really?
That's not bad.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm uneducated.
I use Honey when I have a sore throat.
Yeah, I can see that. But I think the big 3 advertisers that podcasts like go to are ExpressVPN, MeUndies, and Honey. Those are the ones that I always hear whenever I listen to podcasts. Like,
yeah, I've heard those. There's one that there's like a podcasting tool that people use.
Oh, really?
And that's their first advertiser as well. Yeah. So for some obscure like podcasts that don't have that many people that listen to it,
like ours,
they'll like say, "Oh, we're gonna pause for a break for ads," and then their one ad every single time is the tool they're using to record the podcast.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
What tool are they using?
Maybe we should get
I was going to
that.
say we need to watch more podcasts.
Watch.
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
I do too. I travel a lot for work, so it's just podcast after podcast for me.
Where do you
now
where
you
do
got a
live,
new
Ethan?
one.
Like, what state are you in right now?
Oh, I'm in Michigan.
Oh, you're still in Michigan? Oh, okay. I didn't know you. Okay. Where do you travel to? Like Chicago, places like that?
Yeah, so I'm a cybersecurity consultant.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
Oh, okay.
so we so we've got clients kind of across the country. So
Okay, I didn't know.
A couple weeks.
I never knew you did. I just knew that you like did something on the business spectrum of things.
That is not false. I do something on the
I thought
business.
you did something with phones for some reason. Didn't you do something with phones at some point?
No, I don't think.
Did you
I mean,
own a cell phone or something?
I do own a cell phone, so I guess I can't say I don't do anything with phones.
Oh,
I
okay,
should introduce
well.
myself as that. I'm Ethan. I own a cell phone. That's what I do.
Are you like
That's what
the
I do.
CEO of Motorola?
Hello, I'll put that on LinkedIn. Owns a cell phone for like job time.
Knows how to use cell
yeah,
phones.
yeah. Expert in using cell phone.
Owns
That's part of your certifications and your resume.
has sent text message on 2nd-gen iPad.
Yeah.
What kind of phone do you have, Ethan? I have an iPhone 6. You are an Apple boy like me, right?
Yeah, I have an iPhone. I love Android. Don't get me wrong. I've had.
Yeah, you had an Android at one point.
I've had 2 or 3 Androids. I've had, I think, also 2 or 3 iPhones over the years. I just, I bought so much music on iTunes and movies and stuff back in the day, and it's like, well, that's all. It's just so much easier to use an iPhone for all that nowadays. But
It really is.
I like Android though. I mean, Android's cool.
It's
really
like
capable.
Everything you can do on Android, you can do on, or everything you do on iPhone, you can do on Android, but it's like a little more complicated. And I think that little bit of more complicated is what steers people like me away. I just want to like click a button and I'm there. Like I still have the same iPhone 6S that I got in 2016. So I think I'm I'm due for an upgrade. I feel like
I am a sucker. I have like the iPhone 10 Plus.
Yeah, I know you
10S Plus.
you always had the new fucking fantastic phone that
Yeah. I see every year I'm like, this is, I don't need a new iPhone. This iPhone works perfectly fine. And then they come out with their announcement, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need a new iPhone. This is amazing.
Yeah,
this could do so much more for me.
I'm not the.
But Ethan, are you gonna get that phone that can like slide out and have 3 screens at once?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, no. I'm not on board with the foldable screen
What
thing.
is that?
Yeah, that thing looks really stupid. It's like this phone that you can multitask on it. It has like 3 screens at once, so it's like you're doing multiple monitors on a PC kind of thing.
What? I'm looking at it right now.
Except-
is it like what the hell?
Yeah, it's really dumb. It's really dumb.
Who makes it?
But I guess if you really want to multitask, I don't know. Actually, I think it's Android, isn't it, of some sort?
Yeah, well, there's the Samsung Galaxy Fold. I think is a screen that's
it's
sort
the
of like it,
Samsung?
but
Okay.
I think there's other variations of it. I know Apple has tried to patent something with it, but it just breaks. That was the thing when the Galaxy Fold came out. They all just broke in mass.
Oh, really?
No shocker there.
Yeah, so it was just everybody's got their new Galaxy Fold, and then they're just dropping like flies trying to fix them all. So, but I don't know. I think there's not really that much more innovation that can happen with phones. We're kind of just hitting a dead end with it. So
Yeah, I mean, like there was have you seen that College Humor sketch where it's like they're talking about the iPhone? It's like they're like how like they're like making it worse. Like it's just like, but this is hard to explain. So it's like in the sketch, like it's like they're like, we removed the headphone jack. That's the new thing we did, and just like it sounds really stupid when I try to explain it to you, but it's a really funny. They do a much better job of explaining how bad the new iPhones are. Just like talking about like the endless
We removed all features.
the endless parade of dongles you need to plug it into literally anything.
oh my god,
That's how I described it.
That's literally the reason why I don't use Apple.
the new featureless iPhone.
Yeah,
basically.
it's a screen.
yeah.
It really
It's
is
just
a
a
screen.
screen.
There's not even a button to click like.
We've stripped away everything it can do, and now it's just a phone.
Yeah, there's not even like fingerprint
It's just a flip
recognition, isn't there? It's just facial recognition, right?
It's just facial now. Which, to be fair, is actually more secure.
Is the facial recognition still like slightly racist? Because I know that was a problem for a while.
I remember that.
It couldn't recognize people who weren't white for like the longest time.
Like
when they started developing that tech.
Like not even like anybody that's not white, or just like Asian people. Or?
Well, not anybody, but if you had like really dark skin, it had difficulty recognizing you, and I don't know if they've fixed that yet, but that was like a huge issue.
I think it's pretty good. It's fast enough. The problem is, I don't know.
You think you're getting your face
Like the
scanned?
fingerprints a little.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Is that and facial recognition is a thing in a lot of places now. I know that airports now use facial recognition for international trips, and they all already have our faces.
really?
Which, yeah,
That's scary.
there were plenty of articles that came out about it a few weeks ago, and it was like, how did Delta get my face out of nowhere? And apparently the U.S. government has like all of our faces.
Oh, I'm
They want to like
sure.
rolled out to airport security.
Yeah, it's probably on all those.
Well, I
those
guess
Snapchat filters.
everybody has a state ID, so
Yeah, so
I
maybe
guess
it's
that
from
kinda
that.
makes
I don't know.
sense.
It's or like I mean,
Um,
to be honest, we're all shamelessly throwing our faces up on Instagram or Facebook or what have you.
yeah,
Snapchat.
I
yeah.
was just like the Snapchat, like going like to scan like the size of your face for a filter. Like that's probably where it gets you, or one of the places. What if there was a?
One of the many
I was
places.
watching. Wait, well, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say, what if there was a phone that like only it was like it worked based on, it only unlocked like from DNA, but any DNA except for your fingerprints. So you had to like lick your phone to like to get it to open.
Pluck out a piece of hair and then.
Like, feed it in there.
Yeah.
And some, were you watching that, Jeremy?
I was watching this video where this guy was he was trying to test to see how Google voice recognition like would listen to him and like target ads at him. So he like went into a web browser, opened up a bunch of different tabs of like different sites, and then closed them all. And then he had like a 2-minute conversation with no one about dog toys. And then he opened his web browser back up, went to like a bunch of different sites, including some of the same ones, and he got ads for dog toys. It was like ridiculous.
Always,
That is-
always listening, dude. That Alexa.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is like a gimmick or like a whatever thing, but it was just like when you asked Alexa if she worked for the CIA or the FBI, she would just turn off. That was like a first gen Alexa thing, apparently.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was like a real thing or not. I hope not, because it's pretty terrifying. But you know, if it was,
all the glitches with Alexa have been pretty funny too.
I think you
Like there was a time where all these Alexa devices would just randomly like turn on and start laughing,
Ugh.
Oh god.
which is
That's horrifying.
also terrifying, but pretty funny. And there was one where like I don't know, and you gotta wonder, is this a glitch or is this actually a thing? But like they would send random audio files to people. Like some people would receive an audio file that from like another house.
Ooh. That's
Oh my god.
we have in the
Yikes.
house that I live in. We have an Alexa, but I try my best never to use her because Alexa kind of freaks me out. Not gonna lie. There's a
Can it like automatically like call the cops like if it hears like domestic violence or something like that?
Ooh,
I think
isn't that like a
you can
feature?
like set up a trigger word.
You might be able to turn that on.
Yeah, I think there's like a special word that you can say to like a duress word.
Generally, the only
Like a safe word,
No,
like pineapple.
yeah, exactly.
peaches.
Is that your safe word?
If I say pineapple, you have to call the police.
Calling police. It's like no.
No, stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't personally get an Alexa. Well, I don't know. It's good for like hooking up to a sound bar is good. That's that we have it hooked up to a sound bar in Michigan, and you can just ask it to play any song, and then it accesses Amazon Music and it just plays any song. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Generally speaking, the way Alexa devices work is that there's like a processor in them that's just listening for the word Alexa, or I think whatever you set it up for. And it is like always listening, but it can only process that word. Then it sparks on when you say it. So
Oh,
I hope that people listening to this are listening it out loud
we're
and they have Alexa and it sets off every time we say Alexa.
Alexa, call the police.
yeah. This is how you're gonna lose your subscribers.
Oh no! Whatever will we do?
Oh jeez.
Oh man,
Clear out that room of 15 people.
gosh, you're gonna lose all 15 people.
I was watching a documentary on the voice of Siri and like what she had to do to like.
Oh, yeah,
record. She's
yeah.
this like old Australian lady. Well, she's not old. She's like probably like 40 something, and like they just like kept her in a room and like made her record lines for like 10 hours a day. There's like lines of dialogue, and if you think about it, that would have been a very time consuming gig. Really, just like Siri can say a lot of stuff, dude. Like,
I can only imagine like the weird things that made her say just so they could get voice samples of like the things that she was gonna, say as Siri.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, I cannot find Game of Thrones: The Nuts of Breakfast. This is like something like that. That's all you gotta do to make a Game of Thrones book. Just the something of something. The crumbs of carpet. I don't know.
Here's what I found on the web for hentai: the Untold series.
The Untold series. Yeah. Rest in peace, Game of Thrones. Man.
Oh man, I know you guys already had an episode for, or with your podcast talking about Game of Thrones, but what did you think of the last season?
The entire last season?
Or whatever bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I liked.
One of the things that we kept saying over and over again in that episode is it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, but
no, not at all.
I guess that's how I would still sum it up. Like, it was not great, but I was much more worried about it than it ended up actually. That sentence didn't make sense, but you understand how I'm getting it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, it wasn't tremendously bad. It was just kind of disappointing, And it's only disappointing in the sense that, like, I think a lot of us just simply wanted it to go a different direction.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like... I don't know, man. I can't even remember how it fucking... Oh, yeah, there we go. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that ending would have been fine. Like, the ending, it's like the actual story of the ending, I didn't really have a problem with. There just needed to be more to justify the decisions. I didn't really care that Bran got the throne, but I feel like were he given more of a role, that'd be fine. What Daenerys did needed to be cooked under some more time, and I wanted Jon to kill the Night King. That's really it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up or this is just me reminding myself to put up timestamps for spoilers for this. Just put them on the screen so that people who haven't watched it. But anyway, go on.
Fighting the good fight. Several weeks after the last episode, or months. I don't even know. I wanted the Night King to get a little bit further.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been upset if he just plowed through Winterfell. And you could have worked it out where he got through Winterfell, and you could have kept the people alive that you needed to. They could have retreated, or I don't even know, gotten out somehow.
Something.
I want, because it was just a lot of build up for them not even getting past Winterfell. It was disappointing to me. It was like, what?
Yeah, it's kind of pathetic when you think about it.
Yeah, it's like the very first scene of the first episode had White Walkers. It was built up that long.
Yep.
They didn't even make it past
It's the very first part of the book. The very first thing is like, yeah, there's something out there. Like that. Like, if you were to just pick up the Game of Thrones books and just read the first chapter of the first book, you would think that that's what the show was, or the books were going to be about. Like, was just White Walkers invading. Yeah. So
I think that was probably the most disappointing aspect for me. The rest of it felt a little bit rushed, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't mind about it. If they screw up the Lord of the Rings TV show, now them...
Oh, the Amazon one?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna just sit in my room and shit. Just not come out. I'll be bummed if that gets me.
There'll just be like piles and piles of Zach poo.
It's like, where's it even coming from? He's not eating.
It's basically how it is anyway nowadays.
He eats and excretes.
Yeah. But anyway, backtrack from a while ago. What is your favorite drama, Ethan? I never got to ask you. I forgot to ask you.
Oh yeah, we never got the answer.
Oh man,
now he can't tell us.
I can't. Yeah, it's a secret. It's a trade secret. I can't tell
you. What's your favorite show? Is a better question.
What was that?
What's your favorite show? Is a better question. I feel like.
What's currently? Oh man, there's like no shows I'm watching right now.
Of all time. Of all time, damn it.
Oh, of all time. Let me think. It was Game of Thrones at one point.
Yeah, I think it was it for everyone at one point.
Yeah. And the best of Game of Thrones is probably my favorite, but I really like Mr. Robot. Personally.
What is Mr. Robot?
It's like a sort of like a psychological thriller hacker kind of show. But the hacking is a lot more realistic. You know how like in some shows they're hacking and they're just slamming
I'm in.
They're just slamming their hands on the keyboard and all of a sudden they hacked like the I don't even know, like the CIA.
I downloaded the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I hacked into that security camera in China.
Downloaded the Foo Fighters. What?
Yeah, that's a really bad. Have you never seen that video? It's like a couple of kids, and it's like really poorly acted. It's like this PSA to not illegally download music, and it's just two kids sitting at a computer, and one of them's like, "Did you get into the site?" And he was like, yeah, I got in. And he was like, "Did you download the Foo Fighters?" And then some other kid breaks in with a fake gun, and he's like, don't illegally download.
Is it? I think I may have actually seen this.
It's a classic.
Well, on a different note, I started for the first time playing Breath of the Wild.
So good.
Yeah,
You finally did
2 years
So
later.
good.
I just started my playthrough like a couple days ago, and I like how much stuff that I can just think of in my head that works. Like, PSA, everyone should go play Breath of the Wild. I'm not really a huge Nintendo fan. I don't really care for Nintendo in a lot of aspects, but Breath of the Wild is a really, really good game, and you guys should give it a whirl.
God, it's good.
Yeah,
it is seriously good. And I've played Zelda games sparingly over the years. I'm certainly not a Zelda.
Zelda.
That should tell you everything you need to know about my knowledge of Zelda.
Yeah.
I'm not a Zelda fan.
Yeah, I don't play those Zelda games. But this one was just so good. And it's just so big, and I don't even. It was, and the Switch. The Switch is a good console. It really is a lot of fun.
It was very good and fun.
Yes. How have we get?
Sorry, I had to get some lotion for my arms because they're very dry right now. But
yeah, there's gonna be a sequel.
Saw that.
It's in the works.
It's because they have too many ideas for the DLC, so they're like, "Oh, we'll just release a sequel."
That's cool.
I will say Nintendo is good at. There too many ideas for the DLC, so I guess it's a good reason to make any sequel. I'll take that. But God, I'm sorry, I couldn't ignore how dry my arms were skin wise. I had to go get some lotion like immediately. Oh God. Oh.
Yeah, it's just interesting. You know what? I'm gonna break up your weird lotion thing and keep talking about Zelda.
Jeremy and I are just actively ignoring Zach's lotions.
Yeah, it's I'm like, this is good content.
We're like, this is like, okay, we're gonna go back to Zelda now.
Zach grunting while he puts on lotion. That's what everyone wants to hear.
He's delivering what your subscribers need.
I have the driest
That's what
skin
they
of all
didn't
time.
know
I don't
they
how to
needed.
fix it. I would. If anyone knows any home remedies for fixing dry skin forever, please
Like and subscribe and comment.
at Zach Haveronic on Facebook. I don't have a Twitter.
All right, clear out the room. Party's over.
There's going to be a spin-off podcast just about lotion. You're going to review all the different lotions and how effective they are.
I mean, I will. If anything,
Yeah, because that's definitely best done via podcast and not like a video or something.
It's going to be a podcast, not a video. It's going to be a podcast. Lotion Talk with Zach Averonic.
If Dove wants to sponsor me, I will 100% sit down in front of the camera and review all their different brands of lotion. I'll put them on my skin and tell them how they smell, and I'll wait a day and see how dry my skin is the next day. So,
just let Lotion Talk.
You'll put the lotion on your skin, or else you'll get the hose again.
Exactly. I do love lotion. I don't know why I don't wear it more. Lotion is the best. Like, I'm not too,
Wear it.
Yeah, fucking. It's a masturbation joke. No, I'm saying like I like the feeling of lotion on my arms and on my shoulders. It feels good, and my hands too. It makes me feel soft. I can't grab a whole lot of stuff for like 30 minutes after, and my hands are pretty slippery. But just kind of let it breathe, and we'll be fine. We're fine.
Makes for funny moments, though.
Yeah, it does. It makes for funny haha masturbation jokes.
And just like slipping and sliding all over the place, like you stepped on a banana peel.
Have you ever, in your
It's just
adult
like
or
that.
kid life, slipped on a banana peel?
No.
No, I wish. I wish that's a thing that happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I sat on a cactus when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Man.
Yeah, because I thought I was gonna. I think I've told you this before. I thought I was gonna fly up in the air like a cartoon character, like a Looney Tunes character.
Did
You know when they go like "Youch" and they fly up in the air.
it work?
Yeah,
Oh, it did?
Nice.
it did. Fortunately, it did.
That's good. At least your
Exactly what happened.
At least your efforts were not in vain.
My entire body squashed and stretched just like a real animation.
Yeah! Oh, man. Well, boys, I think we could probably call this a podcast. I need to put some more lotion on, and I don't want to do it with the microphone on, so I don't know if... that's what I'm going to be doing, so...
Actually, yeah, this is a perfect timing because the fireworks are starting to go off. So there's fireworks. It's around 4th of July, but it's not 4th of July.
It's not even close to the 4th of July. That's pretty...
Yeah, it's like a week or two out.
yeah, we got about a week and a half.
That's how they do it.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
That's how they do it around these parts.
thank you, Ethan, for coming on. I know it's been a while since we've actually
No problem.
spoken and had fun, but I do declare that when I'm back in Michigan, I'm going to buy you a light alcoholic beverage of your
I'll
choosing.
hold you to it.
Yeah, and
Very watered down. Bush Light.
Very,
for
very
sure.
what? Okay, Bush. Yeah, maybe like a Bud Light. Okay, okay.
Bush makes the push. That's
Bush
what
makes
they
the
say.
push. Okay, I'll hold you to that, Zach. It better be
That's
light.
their new tagline.
It's going to be very light.
it will be. I've never been to a bar in Michigan, so I'm making Jeremy take us. Let's go to Sagebrush, Jeremy. I want to. I'd go back.
Ooh, that's a
I'd
good
go back
place.
there.
Oh, yeah.
I never really got the chance to eat out like super well there, but yeah.
Sponsorship, Sagebrush?
Yeah, Sagebrush.
Come on, bring him in.
Go ahead, sponsor us.
We'll talk about Sagebrush. We'll make this a Sagebrush podcast.
Everyone can dox us now.
Only,
No, you know exactly where we are.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
true.
sure there's only one sagebrush, like anywhere.
that's my bad, guys. I'm sorry about that. But
Well,
yeah. If only Matt was here to. I feel like if Matt was here, he would just the entire time he would just be like,
silent.
yeah, just silent, like kind of interjecting, calling us stupid or something like that. And that's Matt loves to hurt our feelings. I don't know why we hang out with him too much. Honestly, he's kind of a dick. But
Yeah.
that was a joke. Matt's not a dick. He's a dear friend of mine. I was in his wedding, and I wanted to be a groomsman
We were
so bad.
at his wed.
I know. I wanted to be.
His wedding was the reason this podcast started.
Yeah,
so.
he invited
Well,
me.
that's not the reason. We would have started it anyway,
It's
but
true. He invited me to be a groomsman, but I was in Iraq when he did that, and I was like, I'm not going to Matt's wedding. I don't know where I'm gonna be. And then
I thought he didn't invite you.
no, he did.
When I got the text from Matt that he wanted me to be a groomsman, I was like, Zach hasn't mentioned this at all. Like, I feel like he'd be really excited. Was he not invited? I shouldn't bring this up.
Matt
So
just
I never
secretly
did.
hates Zach so much.
No, he
I thought he thought there was like this thought in the back of my mind, like maybe he thinks that Zach's gonna embarrass him and like scream at him while he's at the front of the aisle.
which is a pretty legitimate qualm. I would try to do so. Not at his wedding, but I love harassing Matt. Harassing Matt is one of my favorite things to do in the world. Just because Matt gets so just like, Zach, shut the fuck up. Just like I love it. But
I wish that happened.
no, he didn't. That was the most painful thing to decline. I was like, Matt, you have literally no idea how much I would love to, but I'm literally in Sandland now, and I don't know where I'm gonna be when your wedding happens. And he was like, I got you, man. And then I got there, and I was like, oh, it hurts. It hurts to not be up there.
we can all like publicly decide that you were in the wedding because I mean you were a part of all of the activities anyway. I mean you just didn't stand.
Yeah, I was there.
You know, I mean,
what did I do? I held Mr. V's camera. That was pretty cool.
you did that. See, that was a critical thing.
He had a nice camera. I wish I
did.
had one of those.
He had a nice camera. He was just like, Mr. V.
Canon 60.
You should get Mr. V on this podcast, Jeremy. He would
That would be so.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm gonna ask him if he wants to.
He's got a smooth, sultry voice too, so he'd get us some listeners.
He did.
For
He
sure.
got me a sex on the beach at Matt's reception. Is that what that was? No, not his reception. His what were we doing when we met Mr. V at the wedding? What was that like gathering?
Oh, the rehearsal dinner.
There you go. That's
Rehearsal
okay,
dinner, yeah.
He got me a nice, delicious sex on the beach, and it was really, really good. And I like that guy. I'll text him tonight and ask if he wants to hop on here. One of these. I only worry that he's going to listen to the rest of these and just hear what doofuses we sound like.
He's like, I don't even want to associate with these guys, you know.
He leaves me on red so many times. Like when I message him, he literally will just like he will not respond. He'll read it, but he will not reply. Even if it's like how is Heather, man? How are the kids treating you? And he'll just like not respond at all.
He's like, I'm not talking to this guy.
Yeah, he's like,
God, this guy again.
I had no idea. I'm surprised he didn't block me yet. But oh god. Hey, Jeremy, what are you doing right now?
I'm sitting in bed.
Ending the podcast.
Oh, yeah. I didn't take the hint.
Okay, bye everybody.
I didn't take the bait.
I gotta
Okay, bye.